Understanding how Europe came to dominate the Asian markets from 1400 to 1800 is to take a wide view of the world. Near perfect conditions existed for Europe. Dominated by Renaissance and Enlightened thinking, the economic advancement was fueled. China, India, Japan, and Korea did not have the same kind of economic diversity. The Asian continent had an abundance of land, which some say led to economic complacency, while Europe had a limited land resource, leading to fierce competition for empire. Europe also expanded west to the Americas. They experienced positive effects from the diseases that devastated the American populations. With a great amount of luck, guts, and grit, Europe was able to build colonies in the Americas and in Asia. India became the crown jewel of colonial England, and by 1830, the British were fighting the Opium Wars in China to maintain control of open markets. European explorers were both encouraged to leave and lured toward adventure. Mercantilist competition held that the more gold a country had, the wealthier the nation was. The more exports a nation had, the wealthier the nation. Mercantilism was the European race to see which nation could collect the most gold and create the most exports. Europe included rich soil. You couldn't seek gold if you had to import food. Without the need for the food imports, mercantilism flourished. Gold also paid for the extravagant luxuries of monarchs. These luxuries justified absolute power and the divine right of kings. To maintain shipping routes, nations had to have excellent defensive and offensive military. Mounting cannons on the caravels was a transformative moment in dominating the slave trade and maintaining a quest for more across the globe. From 800 to 1806, Christianity dominated Central Europe. Primarily Christianized, centralizing power in the Holy Roman Empire, having also won the Crusades by 1100, and pushing the Islamic religion from the European continent in the Spanish Inquisition, Europe found far less competition with Muslims. Slavery and the dominance of military power was reinforced by the time's interpretation of the Bible. Exploration coincides with the Renaissance and Protestant Reformation. Gutenberg's printing press made Christianity more accessible, and therefore missionaries attached to the great explorers, and additional European dominance resulted. Lastly, the bubonic plague began in the Roman Byzantine Empire, which was in the middle of all things. The political seat of the Holy Roman Empire, the launching pad for East Asian trade routes, and cultural center of the Greeks and Romans. The plague began to devastate a population whose refugees fled to Northern Europe, taking their germs, but also their knowledge and ideas with them. This refugee movement will give rise to inventions that included the printing press, which almost single-handedly sparks the Renaissance and Reformation. Moreover, these refugees commingle with economic and political situations that give rise to conquest in the New World. As Europeans escape to the New World for religious freedom, riches, political power, and adventure, they bring to the New World a biology so foreign to the Americas that the diseases will nearly decimate the continent's population. The main diseases, bubonic plague, pneumonia, influenza, measles, smallpox, and tuberculosis, devastate the Americas and nearly dropped the population below a quarter.